So we are busy prepping for some excitement. We're actually here at Bushtech. Hilux is packed and we are pretty much ready to go. But something different is happening this time around. This time we are actually going to be taking the Bushtech Cruiser along, and Roelfie is going to be piloting that vehicle. And it is going to be pretty damn awesome. We're going to be testing out their tray setup and seeing what it's like to use that. We've got a rear seat delete there with an extra fridge in there. It's going to be pretty awesome. So between Roelfie and myself, we're going to be swapping between vehicles. I'll be using my vehicle, he'll be using this one. We'll take some turns testing out the different camp setups and seeing a bit of a difference between running a tray setup and running a normal canopy, and see what is the difference. Is it something that personally I like and could use in the future? But I think for you guys what's going to be fun is to kind of see the difference between the two setups, and basically in inverted commas Aussie style versus South African style, and see what is it all about. So as much as we've been setting up the Bushtech Cruiser for the trip, we've also made a couple changes to my vehicle. So you guys know what we've been working on the back with the red arc system and the new drawer system and all that stuff. But now I'm actually running the Easy On Stealth rooftop tent, and we're running the Easy On Swift awning, just to kind of play around, see a bit of variety, see what some of the other products are like, and see how they perform. So far, I'm pretty stoked. I'm super excited to use the Stealth. It's got like a proper juicy mattress in there. It's got a bit more room out by the feet. It's got more insulation, so it's going to be cool to see and to play around with it and see the difference. Then in terms of the awning, the Swift is a very simple one, and actually it's about half the weight of the Batwing, and it only comes out the side there. So it's just to play around with it and see, you know, how does it work. Obviously now I don't have cover over the back of the vehicle, so we'll have a see how it goes for the trip and everything, but I think it's going to be pretty fun to play around with. Worst case scenario, when Roelfie and the Bushtech Cruiser have to go, I'll just swap over the awning. But anyways, we've got a little bit more to do this side, and then we can get into packing all the vehicles. So Darren at Bushtech has just been running us through the Landcruiser, showing us some things on the canopy, how the battery system works, how, you know, the fridges, all of that stuff, all the little fiddly things, and just also getting Roelfie up to scratch with everything going on the setup too. This is going to be really fun. Let's head over to Roelfie's place. We got to start packing this thing and see, you know, what is the difference between packing a tray versus packing my canopy, for example, and see how it goes. Anyways, we'll catch up with you that side. So Roelfie, how's it been packing this cruiser?
It's been a challenge to fill the empty spaces, but this is very different to the standard canopy setup. It's the Aussie style is, what can I say? We are very good packers to use a little bit of space with a lot of stuff. Where here, I have the problem. I've put everything in to the drawers, and I've got one drawer full. That's it. This drawer is full of my little bags that I had next to the fridge drawer in the Hilux, and where the dry foods go, you know, the veggies like the potatoes, sweet potatoes, onions and that type of stuff, spices, sauces, cutlery, crockery, pots, pans, Tupperwares, all those, you know, general things that you use is all in one drawer. And I have one ammo box on that side and my two camping chairs.
It looks empty. It looks like I'm like, are you gonna pack soon?
Yeah. The joke of it all is I'm packed.
There's nothing in there.
So yeah, this side I've put I don't know what to put in here. I put rags in there, in the toolbox, the left rear toolbox.
Have you been walking around your house looking for things to put in here just to fill space?
Yes, I have, and Darren, you were right. We have, however, managed to fill the trundle drawer.
I see that put a lot of things in here, of which most of it's probably unnecessary. But
well, yes, for a trip we're doing now, maybe it's unnecessary, but like our Namibia trip, we would have packed it like this. I mean, he has quite a comprehensive toolbox, a puncture repair kit, spare shackles, winch blanket, spare oil and diesel filter, spare coolant. We've got 2 liters of spare coolant, a tow strap, a snatch strap, gloves if you need to change a tire, a liter of spare engine oil, fire extinguisher, cable tires, you name it. This trundle or
it's got everything.
It's got everything.
And I guess that's normally space that would be taken up in the canopy, but now that's not even in the canopy.
Well, that's what in the Hilux when we did Namibia, we I actually struggled to fit that stuff in. That stuff was a challenge to get that stuff in. Yeah, on the other side we have this awesome piece of kit that Bushtech has organized for us for the trip. A nice electric Husqvarna chainsaw that is jerry rigged up top front, and this drawer has some pots and pans in because there was nothing really else to put in the drawer, and then literally stuff I went around the house looking to put in the drawer.
It looks like it. I mean, how many bottles of mosquito spray do you have?
Yeah.
And I mean, these bags are all empty.
They're empty.
They don't even have any.
Empty. I put a bit of fire lighters in here. Here's my braai buck with the braai tongs.
I understand now why the Aussies end up putting coffee machines and ovens and all sorts of stuff in
Yeah.
the trays, because what else are you going to put in there?
That's exactly that. I see that point as well. There is so much real estate here to pack stuff.
But do you think there's room to do something like a little kitchen unit or something? Do you think there's value in doing that?
I think definitely somewhere maybe at the back or something like that to put a permanent little kitchenette like Bushtech has done so well in the cupboards in the canopies.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely needed in this. But other than that, you know, a pull-out work surface on that side where the fridge is, you know, that you have it immediately next to you, that could be something lacquer. But other than that, it's pretty rigged. There's everything and more space than you'll ever need.
So what's your plan for behind the seats? Like, because that's also now a different thing to
So
do.
behind the seats we have another fridge on a platform with a rear seat delete, and there is so much space there that you could probably fit 3 to 4 tog bags, medium-sized tog bags in there. We're just going to put our 2 travel bags of clothes in there and put them there next to the fridge, and that's it. And I was thinking underneath here to your spare set of shoes and slops that you take with, put it underneath here on the floor in the footwell of the right rear passenger. But other than that, you know,
I mean, there's still space on the roof rack to load more things like bags of firewood, or I see you got firewood in there already. Like, but I mean, the setup is actually like bananas. How much room there is. I mean,
it is crazy. I mean, there's so much space. We have 2 coggonets. We have one in the back of the canopy and one behind on top of the fridge, which is inside the cab. And I don't even know what to put there.
And the thing is, but this is where it becomes super tempting to overload your vehicle.
Yeah. No, you'll overload quick.
Yeah.
This, if you really want to pack all the unnecessary stuff, you'll overload this in a blink of an eye. I still haven't decided if I'm going to put the water, my drinking water here or my drinking water there. I mean, the platforms to pack stuff is really, you know, quick accessible stuff is massive. You really got to think it through properly so that you don't put too much stuff in, but yet put what's necessary in. And I mean,
yeah, I almost
use the real estate.
I almost think for a trip that we're doing now, where we're only going for like 7 to 10 days, it's almost not enough time to really figure out a tray. But at the same time, by the time we're done with this trip, we're going to really know, like, oh, we could have put this here, we could have put that there, we could have, you know.
Yeah, I think we might be repacking this the first night at Harib Dam.
I think so. Yeah.
Or the second night in Baviaans. This is very new to me. I mean, to you as well. We've never used something like this. Never. I've never used something like this. So I'm used to the traditional South African Bushtech canopy with the rear-ended drawers. And yeah, this is new. There is one thing that while I was packing that I have, you know, not taken a liking to is, and maybe this is just because I'm used to the drawers of the Hilux, where they're both right next to each other. One's open. If they're both open, you can access both of them simultaneously. This, you have to walk to the other side of the car, which, yes, is not as convenient.
You almost now have to change how you pack everything.
Absolutely.
You've only got to pack stuff here that you don't need when you're on the other side of the vehicle.
The other one issue is with the blade, you have a side entry, which renders this door useless when you're at camp.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise you're going to be shifting your ladder the whole time, which isn't the end of the world, but it's not ideal.
Yeah.
Where the Hilux with a traditional canopy,
you still got all your access.
you got your access
with your rooftop tent and everything. Like mine, I lock off that whole side with useless stuff while I'm at camp.
Absolutely.
I don't need an air compressor and all those things when I need to be sleeping in my tent. Yeah.
So that was the one thing when I was packing last night a bit, you know, just arranging things, that I found I wanted to get to this drawer immediately, like it's next to the Hilux, but I couldn't. I had to walk around the vehicle, which, I mean, pros and cons, but that was just for me an immediate thing.
Fine. Well, good luck doing the rest of the packing. Tomorrow
I'm
morning,
gonna need it.
Yeah, tomorrow morning we leave. I need to go and still pack my bucky. So we'll meet up tomorrow morning and then we can hit the road and make tracks for our first night of camping.
That's going to be so awesome.
And then we can really test all of the stuff out.
Yeah, no, that's going to be lekker. Can't wait.
Okay, so we got the last little bit of packing to do on our side before we head over and meet up with Roelfie. I'm trying not to pack every single little space full of things. I'm trying to leave some counter space open, like even inside the vehicle. You know, if we've got jackets and hats and stuff there, that's fine. But, you know, I want space to be able to put stuff. You know, it's the temptation is to pack everything, just chock it full. And I'm trying to avoid that temptation and just try and be sensible about it. But yeah, we've got a last few little things to do. And then we can hit the road and meet up with the Rosemas. So remember that time, like 2 seconds ago, when I said we were going to try and not pack the entire canopy full every square centimeter? It's full every square centimeter without fail. And there's more stuff that needs to go in. Overlanding is hard. Here we are. Finally arrived at the Rosemas. Roelfie?
Are you?
Good on you, buddy.
Good.
You packed and ready?
I'm ready. And you?
Yeah, we're ready. If we've forgotten something, we don't need it.
We're not going to Namibia.
No.
We're just going to the Cape.
I have to pack a few more things than you, but it's fine. But we're good enough. Hello, Haley.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay, it looks a bit more full. Let's go check the Hilux there quick. See what's your toppy been up to.
Good idea.
Let's see what's happening in this little Hilux.
So I have no idea what Made's done. Yeah, I've not watched it at all.
Just left him on his
I've
own
left
accord.
him completely on his own accord. All I know is this National Lunar
is full.
Is bursting. Yeah.
Oh, don't you wish you had the lockout on here?
Yeah, but we won't mention it.
I'm now a spoiled brat because my drawer locks out. It was never a problem before for me, but now all of a sudden.
So he has managed to fill a Hilux.
It's looking good. It's looking good. How's the back seats? Are they back seats?
I don't know what's in there.
Oh my word. This is worse than... Look at that. This is worse than when Roelfie and his dad went to Namibia. At least they could move stuff around. Okay, well, it's fine. Close that up.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's one full Hilux.
Mr. Rosema, can you please explain the back seat of your Hilux?
My wife.
So this is the only thing that I'm worried
That says
about.
everything. And with high spirits, we left on our adventure. Vehicles packed and ready for a great little holiday. Join us next week as we begin our journey and put the Bushtech Cruiser and my new changes on the Hilux to the test. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to hear what you think of the tray setup in the comments below. Anyways, I'll catch you on the next adventure. Cheers!